Do you imagine it? Do you vision it?
Yeah.
Walking out onto that stage.
I've seen it for years, bro.
What's
It's
it
weird.
look like?
It's weird
In the
because
changing rooms and stuff like that. What's it look like?
Look at the smile though.
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
it's a fun place to be. I want to be retired by 35. If something's got to give, then fuck it. For me to give my everything into this next however many years, and so be it. You look at a lot of athletes that retired athletes. A lot of them are drug addicts, gambling addicts, sex addicts. You imagine you spent your whole life dedicated to one thing, and then bang, it's gone.
I was literally just gonna ask you. Do you think it has detriment towards your image?
No, I don't care, bro. What could a man say to me? Because when I punch you in your mouth, then what?
No, I don't mean to like a normal person. I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another episode of the Gooms Podcast. We've got a very, very special guest for you today. He is a world-renowned boxer from the UK, from Leicester. We've got CJ Challenger in the house, everybody. Round of applause for the studio. How you doing, man? Thank you for coming on.
Man. Thank you for having me.
It's all right, bro.
It's a pleasure to be here, boys.
Long time
man.
coming, innit?
Long time,
Yeah, bro.
It's a
Fucking long
time for sure,
guy,
bro.
man. And, the amount of times that, the Note podcast, was it Bob? How they say that he's constantly like reaching out to someone, like double messaging. That was me with CJ, bro. Constantly.
No,
But I'm
do you know-
excited for the pod though.
You know what though? It's mad because from the get go, I've always been on it, but it just never worked
Aligned,
out.
yeah.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
There's a
saying?
little fight in his DMs, bro. Can you come see
No, but listen, this is a lesson for everyone. Consistency is key.
Facts.
I'm excited because the vibe seems right as well. Since
No,
you've come
yeah,
down,
for real.
We've had some good convo.
No, 100%, man. You know what as well? From the first time I met you boys, I just knew in it. Like, chemistry is chemistry, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie. So, yeah, man.
We had a different conversation when we got into the car.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What was your first impression of us? I'm actually curious.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Who the fuck are these guys using my studio?
I was thinking,
Get these man
sexy,
away from me.
Sexy bastard.
I thought, nah, man, these men are cleaning up. No, to be fair though.
Wheel it back.
Right,
Run it up.
guys, thanks for listening.
No, let me run it back. But no, like, you know what it is, like, without being a nerd, you man presentable, spoke well, you know what I'm saying? Is, you know, as a guy as well, that shit's important, you know what I'm saying? I'm calm with swearing.
Yeah,
of course.
Alright, but yeah, because I've got Tourette's. No, but yeah, man, like, I think as a guy, the way you present yourself is very important. Obviously, first impressions is a serious thing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I semi knew what you boys was on from the first time we met, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Respect.
it.
Respect.
Same from you as well, bro. Obviously, you
No,
had your
man.
thing with the studio and stuff like
Yeah,
that. We
yeah.
won't touch on that now, but
Yeah.
now, bro, like it's a big thing. I mean, one thing that we pride ourselves on is like the way that we can step into a room and be ourselves and be confident, and people are almost attracted to us.
yeah.
The energy that we kind of put out.
It's one of them where it's like, I think when you don't try and you just be yourself, you're always gonna people are gonna be attracted to it. Do you know what I'm saying? People are always gonna want to show interest and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I find out with myself as well. It's like the first time I did like a talk, so I was presenting an award, like a sports award.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was shitting myself. And then when the person asked me, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do it.
Wait, how many people was it in front of?
Oh, hundreds, bro. So it was Leicester Sports Awards.
Okay.
I'll be real, I don't even know how I landed it as well. I'll be honest. Because there was people in my field that were way ahead of me.
They wanted the ultimate light skin.
Yeah, they just wanted the skin, bro.
That's what they
They wanted they had the hair down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was it. No, so obviously I got up there and I was shook. I was writing down notes and that all week I was rehearsing. Got up there, so it was like a dinner. So they'll do an award, you'll have like the first course. Do an award, then they'll have a little talk or whatever. So like as it was getting closer to my time, I started sweating. I was tapping, my boy came with me and I was tapping him saying, yo, do you reckon this is all right? I'm changing the notes while I'm at the table. I get up there and I just freestyled it, and it worked.
Yeah.
And I remember looking out thinking, like, I know there's a lot of people here, but I couldn't see no one. And I thought, oh, calm. You're just getting whatever is coming off the dome. That's it. Yeah. But I was giving the little kids, like, I think it was like a junior sportsman of the year. This is the first time I did it. I've done it a couple of times. I think it was junior sportsman of the year award. And it kind of made it easy because, I don't know, kids, I just find it easy to work with kids, you know what I'm saying?
They're gassed anyway, regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And obviously, I find it easy to gas kids up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, at one point, I was you type of shit. So, so freestyled it, and I got back and I thought, fuck it, I'll be a speaker. I'm gonna be a speaker, bro. Shit. So yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Listen, experience. I want to find out, like, where did everything begin with you? For those of you guys that don't know at home, CJ he's a good boxer at high level.
I'm okay still.
Yeah?
I'm okay.
Own your shit, bro. Own your shit, man.
Bro, I've seen the clips you've been putting on your Instagram, bro.
I'm hard. No,
where did it all start for you?
My dad did combat, all types of combat. He did kung fu, he did karate, he did kickboxing, boxing, and he used to go to a gym, and I kind of just got in the culture of it through that. Like, I was that kid in the gym that I'd always just be running. I'm the little annoying 4-year-old that's just running about, getting in people's way and that. So that's kind of my first experience of being in around combat. And then found a place local to me. So I started kickboxing there when I was like 4 or 5, I'm sure. Yeah, 4 or 5. And so I did very well in kickboxing. I had my first fight when I was like 8, and I just loved it, man. Like, everything about it, like the buzz, everything leading up to the fight. I loved the fight, and then after, it's like the feeling you get after is like it's second to none. You know what I'm saying?
Do you still have that today?
Yeah, even worse today. Like, I feel like because I know, and I'm probably because I'm more educated, obviously more mature. It's like I understand everything that happens now. I get even more gassed off it. So then I did kickboxing until I think I turned to boxing when I was 15, 16. It was kind of one of them, got to a point in my life where it's like you got to make career decisions, and kickboxing, it just wasn't as sustainable. But I just wanted to fight, and that's it. So then I turned to boxing. Literally first session, I took to it like a duck to water, and never really looked back. And it's a shame because I loved kickboxing. Like, it was more, I like to perform, so I love to put on a show. I was that kid that everyone would watch. Like, say if you was there, you people would get round the mats to watch me because I'd be on
the tourney. You were the fight to watch.
Yeah. So and I won. My only regret is not winning a world gold. I won everything else, and I won a world silver twice.
What's a world like
a world championships?
I swear.
Yeah. Got to what I won the English, British, European. Then went to the world championships. Got 2 silvers to the same kid. That is when I thought, nah, man, this second place ain't for me, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, then that's my only regret, really, not really winning a world championship gold.
He had a good run though, bro.
Yeah, it was okay.
Is that kid pro now, or is he like?
You know what? I'll be honest, I don't know.
So you wouldn't know, bro. Like, it's kickboxing, man. Thank fuck you made the switch.
The only kickboxer I know is Andrew Tate, bro.
No, for real, and that's why I made the switch, because it's like, what am I gonna do? I love it, and I'm one of them kids where it was, if I'm doing it 100%. So I can't dedicate my whole life to something that I can't even live with. Like, if I did dedicate to that, how else am I gonna survive? So it weren't going to pay the
right?
Yeah. So yeah, financially. So it's not gonna pay the bill. So then I turned to boxing, and it's one of them. It sounds like I turned to boxing because of money, but I didn't. But it was at the time, it was something fresh. I wanted to stay in touch with combat, and I loved it. Like I've always enjoyed boxing. Like my dad would always watch boxing, but I just never did it. And even as a kickboxer, like in my fights, I'd be very handsy. So it kind of just naturally fell. Obviously went to a gym, started there, and obviously as an amateur, I did okay. I didn't have a vast amount of amateur fights, to be honest. Like when I turned pro, there's kids that are turning pro with like over 100 amateur fights. Like that's a normal thing. I had 30, so I didn't really have a big amateur career. I won my area. I got to the semis of the nationals, and that I would have liked to have won. I'd never won a national title. I would have liked to have. I then boxed in a box cup, so it's like a 3-day tournament called Haringey Box Cup.
That's crazy.
And
you,
bro. You know what? So the first year, I lost in the semis to this Norwegian kid who was in the Olympics the next year. It's one of them. I'm not accepting the loss. I thought I won myself, but it is what it is. So obviously I come back the next year. Then I won Friday and then the Saturday. On the Sunday, that was my weekend. I boxed very well that weekend. I walked in fresh on the Sunday. So obviously you have to weigh in every day. Before the tournament, you have to make the weight and you weigh in, and on the last day, it was too funny. Everyone, you see the amount of black eyes, bruises, cuts, and I'm stood there fresh. Like I didn't even look like I'd boxed. I was just on my A game that weekend. And in the final, I boxed the kid, one of the best kids I've boxed as an amateur. In fact, to this day, probably one of the best kids I've boxed. From Guernsey, been in the Commonwealth Games and a very good boxer. And like I say, it was my day. I just performed. I was just on form. Won that, and so this tournament is the biggest. Bar the Euros is the biggest tournament in Europe. So it was a big accolade to win.
Is that why you got signed?
Yeah, and then it was off the back of that. It's almost like the penny dropped for me. That tournament. So it's like, what do I do? Do I stay amateur? See what I can do with the amateur game? Like maybe hopefully I can get onto the Olympic team or whatever. And then an opportunity came for me to turn pro, and I thought, fuck it, then this is it. So, and then the dream continues, man.
What's that jump like from going like into from the amateur games into the pros, and now you're in with the guys that are day in, day out? Like, do you really feel the effects of that? Or because from an outsider's looking in, I feel like boxers are really, really well protected at the early parts of their careers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
it's about building momentum. It's about getting in there with someone who you probably know you're gonna beat, but just to put something on the scorecard. Do you know what I mean?
So,
do you think like the back end of your amateurs fighting against that dude is harder than your first 5, 6, 7 pro fights?
Yeah.
Like it feels like a step backwards.
I mean,
do you know what I mean?
Technically and skill wise, yes. But then obviously when you turn professional, there's a lot of outside factors that aren't to do with your performance that take part in your performance. So like selling tickets, like doing a X amount of weeks camp, like managing it right, being able to perform on the day. Whereas in the amateurs, you get a call on the Monday saying, do you want to fight on Thursday? And you say, yeah, and then you just get cracking. It's like being a kid.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, whatever, man, let's just go. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the professional game is a lot more meticulous, and it's like, all right, I'm working towards this date. Then now things have got to be put into place, and like I say, being a professional boxer is not all glitz and glamour. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't afford to live the life because, like, I box this guy, yeah, bro. He's a serious operator, but he's a journeyman. You know what a journeyman is, right? So he's a journeyman. He won national title, I'm sure. He won the same tournament as me. He's sick, but couldn't sell a ticket, couldn't make any money out of out of boxing. So it's like, well, what do you do then? Like, do you just? So he's then obviously turned to a journeyman, makes a lot of money out of boxing, and just kind of took that route. So it's a hard game, man, because you get people that are super talented that can't make ends meet, and then it's either, well, what do? You either come out of the game, or you take a route that's not really what you dreamt of as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, it's very cutthroat.
It's very individual as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like if you don't turn up, if you don't sell the tickets,
everything's on you.
Someone else kind of will.
Yeah. And that's another thing that for me, I had to realize and learn very early in my career that, well, if I walk out that door, the rest of the boxing world don't care, because another CJ is gonna walk through the door tomorrow, so it don't matter. So then obviously now you gotta own that, and you be like, fuck it, I gotta turn up. For me, not necessarily them, because they'll have another me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think's special about you? And you could stay in the game, you can sell the tickets.
Ultimate light skin.
And the thing is, when I thought of that question, I knew that you were gonna say it.
That's it.
Compared to
You missed it. He was looking at me. He went.
Compared to like the journeyman that can't sell the fights, but he's got the talent.
As a professional boxer, obviously, it comes down to a lot of it comes down to your personality, your character. I just happen to have very loyal supporters and people really fuck with me. So
Leicester based.
A lot bigger than Leicester. I have people every fight. I have people coming from out of town to watch. So, which I'm super grateful for, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to live the life that I live. And then for me, I take that on as I'm gonna give back. That's something I want to be able. I want to be able to give you an opportunity to go Vegas. I want to be able to give that opportunity for you, and then when the money and the fame and everything comes, I want to give back, because for me it's not about money and fame. Like as I've grown, it's not about having flipping 10 jets, although it'd be very nice, and I probably will have. But it's not. That's not
excessive, bro.
Yeah,
just get the
excessive.
one, man.
Yeah, just need the one.
Or get two and just let us like rent the one or something.
No, but it's not about the materials as much now, or so much now, because I just wanna. For me, I'm very close with my supporters, and you see, like people who buy tickets off me, I would like to do the transaction in person, because the people that come to support me, or people that obviously, unless they're a long way out of town, but the people that come to support me come to support CJ as a person, not well, maybe because I'm good at boxing, but people fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So and I've always been the guy that's gonna support other people's, and people see that, and it's not like I've never done that as a give to receive type of thing. Like, that's just how I am naturally. And obviously, I guess being in this profession, I understand the hustle, and I understand the hardships. I understand, like, let's say if you was to start a baking business, I'm gonna buy whatever you bake, bro, because I know how hard it is, and I know what you've put into that. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to support, and then boom. Hopefully, when you're flying, I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And then even that, I get a kick out of. So even on the selfish one, I get a little bit inspiration from that also. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a funny old journey.
Is it lonely? Sorry, bro.
Say again?
Is it lonely?
Yeah. It is very lonely. Me, I've always been, especially like, I've always been at every motive. I've always been at if there's a party, I'm there. Do you know what I'm saying? If there's anything going on, I'm there. But then obviously you have to make sacrifices, and even things like missing birthdays, missing key key points in life and not being able to do certain things and turning up somewhere and not being able to fully immerse yourself in it because you're on a diet, or do you know what I'm saying? That it is a lonely world, but then also in the same breath, it's only you that gets in there. So it's only you that's fighting.
You know how you say like you're turning up like half-heartedly to a motive and you're having to miss certain things and stuff like that. Do you feel like you lost certain people along the way because of that exact reason? Or do you feel like your community is quite strong to the fact where they understand?
No, my community is strong. Yeah, my community is strong. People, I'm very fortunate that people understand, and it's not even a thing, or it's not even a case of I'm not turning up and I'm missing out. I don't feel like it's one of them. Also, I don't drink naturally, not because of boxing. I just don't. But my energy is always up, so I don't really like. I don't really feel like I'm missing out because it's for a bigger. I've got a bigger why. Do you know what I'm saying?
For the vision.
Say again?
For the vision.
Yeah, that's it. So for me, I kind of have no problem making sacrifices for what I believe in. But yeah, to answer your question, sorry, it is very lonely. So, but it's something you gotta get used to.
What's it like going into a camp, bro? Like, what is it, like 12 weeks?
It varies. Like, it's kind of it's one of them where probably 8 weeks generally, but a lot of boxers like myself, I'm always good to go.
I was just gonna say, obviously, I always see your stories. You're always fit, bro.
Yeah,
I know some boxers that once they're out of camp, they just don't train.
Yeah,
it gets on my nerves because it's like, I know if I had that opportunity, like I'm consistent year round, going in, and like if I was in your shoes, like I'd be doing it all the time.
And as well, the way I see it is, it's a short-lived career, man. I want to be retired by 35. So if something's got to give, then fuck it. For me to give my everything into this next however many years, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, I actually had this conversation the other day with someone. I said, worst case scenario, they asked me, how do you feel about like putting everything into boxing? What if it doesn't work out? It's one of them, and it's a slightly annoying question because you wouldn't say that to me if I worked a normal 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? What if it didn't work out having a normal office job? You wouldn't even think of that. So that it's annoying in that way, but on the flip side, if I get to 35, let's say, and I retire, and I don't achieve what I set out to achieve or what I believe I can achieve, then worst case scenario, I live like a normal person. It's not that deep. It's not that bad to me.
What was your reply to that person?
That.
Okay.
If I get to a point, if I don't achieve what I believe I can, and I then have to live like a normal person, and so be it. Me and you in the same boat now. Mm-hmm. But I have potential to be great. Mm-hmm. So and after that, for me, I can't escape my own head and my own thoughts. So if I don't give something my all, I can't put my head on it. That will not leave me. It's a bit of a weirdo mentality, but like, you know, like
you have to be a bit deluded, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Deluded is exactly the word, bro. Because I think, you know, if I didn't push hard on a run today, or if I didn't push hard in the gym today, and then you must be mad if you think I'm not going to, because that's going to come back around and bite me on my arse. So there's no way I could have a fight and put my head on the pillow and think, you should have done this. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Fuck that, bro. I'm not leaving no stone unturned. So, and I think it's that as well, that mentality is what will make the difference if I did have to live a normal life.
The worst thing that you want to happen, bro, is like, you know when you see those videos online and it's the guy with the microphone and he asks like the people that are older, like, what's one thing that you regret in life? And and they're always like, oh, like not trying more or not doing things and stuff like that. No, it's what advice would you give to your younger self? They'd be like, I regret too much. Like, I wish that I did more. Like, the scariest thing for me, and it's probably the same for you and Chris, is getting to an age like 50, 60, 70 and wishing that you did more at these younger stages in life. Exactly. What if I tried that? What if I put my all into this?
Yeah, that scares the shit out of me.
100%.
Imagine like, because you're a long time retired. So what?
I don't know about you, man. I plan on retiring like what? 35? Is that when we plan?
No, that's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be a long time, bro.
Oh yeah.
Let's just say you die.
I don't think I could ever retire. You know?
I was taking a piss.
You're always gonna be doing something, innit? But
it's
you know,
the same for you as well. Start running marathons, bro.
No, I will. I'm like the flipping. I end up doing some weird shit, bro. Like running 400 marathons in a row.
Did you see that? Who's the UFC? I watched it the other day. It was the week that I had my marathon. This UFC fighter, I forgot his name. He was really, really high up in the UFC. But after he left, he couldn't find the same kick of fighting anything else. So we started doing Ironman triathlons. Yeah. And he is like addicted now, like close to getting pro.
It don't surprise me, bro, because you know, like
it's that competitiveness, isn't it?
Yeah,
that willingness to compete.
Well, if you look at
you go to the trenches as well. That's the way that you spoke about it.
You look at a lot of athletes, that retired athletes, a lot of them are
coaches
or even then you look at, then they go into like alcohol, drug addicts, gambling addicts, sex addicts. You imagine you spent your whole life dedicated to one thing and then bang, it's gone. Well, how do I feel that addiction?
There's nothing you can do about it either.
That's kind of how I felt after I finished my marathon prep. And then the marathon was done. I was like, fuck. Now like, obviously, I know I have the business and the pod, but I was kind of like, I've dedicated this big chunk of my year towards this. Like, what now?
Yeah. Which is why I kind of, when we was talking about Nick Bear earlier, I understand why he does mad stuff that you probably shouldn't be able to do, but he's so used to having that buzz and that kick out of something. You just got to use it positively.
Do you want to know? I saw a video about Nick Bear the other day, and it was basically breaking down his business model. And like you look at his business model, and he does all these things to keep himself, into it with his training and stuff like that. Which obviously he probably does do. He probably loves doing all of these crazy challenges. But he broke it down and was explaining his YouTube channel, and he puts the majority of his marketing into that. And that his viewers are basically like me. I feel it. Like you come along this journey with him when he's prepping for a marathon, an Ironman, an ultra marathon, or whatever that thing is, and effortlessly places his products in the videos just within his daily routine. Yeah. And it's like, it's the effortless marketing that no other brands are doing. He's created this place in the market where there's bodybuilders and then there's like the triathletes and the runners on socials. He's the only hybrid athlete that's just huge.
Genius.
He is a genius,
bro. Like you got to take an inspiration from things like that, man, because it's not even just seeing a gap, because it's physical work that you're having to put in. You know,
there's not many boxers that do that, bro.
There's not.
But
you know, like,
does what?
Like how Nick Bear is like.
What, like
for instance, if CJ started, obviously your socials are quite good, but like if CJ started documenting, his days and putting them on YouTube or his Insta and stuff like that, and let's say you started a product brand and effortlessly in between the videos, like CJ was showing off his morning stack. There's CJ Sups, for instance, and like he has his morning greens or something effortlessly in the videos.
It's just it's natural as well. That's the thing.
I think there is. I mean, I don't know if you go to the extent.
Jake Paul, to be fair.
I was actually gonna say going.
He does it so well, bro.
Well, whether a lot of boxers don't like it, but like the whole influencers turn into boxing and so on and so forth. Yes, it's a ball ache because these guys are getting. There's boxers that will never get paid what these guys.
I was just about to ask you, does it piss you off? Let's just say for my man that sits behind, for 10 years, he sat behind his laptop or his Xbox and played FIFA, and he's jumping in the ring and he's getting a 100k check like that.
No.
Does that do your head in?
No, I have to rate it because you're a product at the end of the day, so I can't knock another man for building his product like that.
But in your space though. Because he can build out his Fortnite or his FIFA and get loads of stuff on his YouTube, but he's stepping into your space. And I mean, I don't know what kind of paychecks you're walking away from, but let's just say it's 10 times.
It's not what them had to get. That's for sure.
That's what. So does that, I've literally worked day in, day out my whole life to get onto the small, like to get a fraction of the stage that they're on. And my man's, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. For me personally, no, because you will never be as good at the art as I am. So I love the art. So it's not just about the figures that come with it are nice. You know what I'm saying?
Would you fight like a Jake Paul or a KSI
absolutely,
or someone if it came
bro.
in tomorrow?
I'd fight tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'd fight them on tomorrow, bro. Both of them on the same day.
Bro, I think Jake's wicked, bro, and he's dedicated his life to it.
And do you know what? And that's another thing that I have to rate as well, because
he's the only one though.
Yeah. He is like, and also I know people were talking about people bash him for fighting UFC fighters and whatever. Bro, the kid has jumped in at flipping in the deep end, fighting serious fighters that are coming to win. You can't knock it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not a fighter. He's made himself a fighter. So he's a marketing genius. He's dedicated to his hustle, whatever it may be. I don't think you can take anything away from a man that I like that.
What does he just drop into his videos effortlessly?
The better
picks, his promotions or his cards, his like the people that he's signing and bringing in, like the boy, like he's building some shit, bro.
Bro, him and his brother are geniuses, bro, and that's another thing that like why I have to respect it, because who else does that? Who else actually even knows how to, in this day and age, to build a platform like that to a point where you can do whatever the fuck you want in the world and people are gonna buy it? That's amazing, bro, and that is a lot of work.
It's the power of a personal brand.
100%. That's why I think, obviously, I'm okay in terms of boxing and support wise, because of my personal brand. People
strong
buy into mine, and I also buy into other people's. You know what I'm saying? It's an important thing, especially if you're building your brand and you're true to yourself and you're thorough. It's a very powerful thing, man.
Bro, you mentioned earlier on, I want to backtrack a little bit, that if by 35 I don't reach or accomplish what I set out to, what is that? What does it look like?
To me, I believe I can be a world champion. Like you said, whether if Tom, Dick or Harry don't believe it, then that's on them. I don't actually care. You have to be deluded. And if my deludedness pays off, then who's the idiot? Not me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I love that, bro.
Love that.
I believe I can get as far as possible. So I'm gonna just keep pushing, bro, until I get to where I want to get to.
Fuck with that heavily.
Do you imagine it?
Who's the champ in your weight class?
Just so there's a guy who's just won the world titles. A guy called Seb Fundora. He's 6'6".
Shit.
Fights at 11 stone.
What?
Yes, bro.
Just arms and legs.
It's ridiculous. Like, I'll show you a picture of him after, bro. It looks fake. He looks like a cartoon.
That is
like
ridiculous,
a Rocky
bro.
job.
It's a joke, bro. But before that, there was a couple. You know, I don't know if you know. There's a guy. There's two twins called the Charlo twins, but there was one of them had all the belts in the division. Obviously, then I don't really know what's happened. Boxing politics. So yeah. So now the belts are up for grabs, essentially.
Do you imagine it? Do you vision it?
Yeah.
Walking out onto that stage.
I've seen it for years, bro.
What's
It's
it
weird.
look like?
It's weird
In the
because
changing rooms and stuff like that. What does it look like?
Look at the smile though.
I know, that's what I was just thinking.
it's a fun place to be. I feel like, yeah. Now this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like that's what I'm made for. Like that pressure, them feelings, I feel like I won't fold under that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
What's the walkout tune gonna be?
I don't
Thought
know.
about it.
Whatever's bossing at the time, bro.
Wait, so is that, you change it up all the time, or you have something that you stick with?
No, I change
What
it
was
up
the
all the
last
time. Sneak Bow is an old tune. So basically,
Sneak to the ball. You don't know.
no, it's older than that, bro. It's older than that thing. There's a he did a remix called Touch with a bashment artist called Mavado, Touch a Button. So yeah, I'll come out to that, but that's like an old. So
Drop
my
a little
last
6 bar then.
huh?
Drop a little 6 bar then.
Yo, you're getting me embarrassed, bro, man. Come on, man. So my last fight, I kind of went. So the fight before I lost. So I boxed in December, lost. Then I boxed again in March, and it was kind of in that period. It was almost like finding myself is a bit deep, but it's like getting back in touch with. I felt like when the fight that I lost, my head was in the clouds, bro. So I weren't really me, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get back to.
It was a KO, right?
Yeah.
Were you clean out?
No.
What was it like?
It's more tired, if anything. If I'm brutally honest, none of like. It's gonna sound stupid because I got stopped, but I wasn't hurt. It was like. It was probably more exhaustion, and a couple like there's no excuses. I carried a couple injuries into the ring, and what happened.
You said that you don't let yourself come out of your head.
Yeah.
So the morning after,
in what way?
just when you were saying if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to. If I didn't push on my run,
Yeah.
What's that saying?
So then the period between December and my next fight in March was a lot of, nah, bro. I let myself down. I let my coach down. I let my peoples down. It was me that let everyone down. So that is something I had to sit with, and it's probably the first time in my life where I've actually been like, nah, you fucked up, bro.
You said something off camera and I fucking loved it. You said, I lost, I didn't get beat.
Yeah.
I fucking felt that one as well.
Yeah, it's a serious thing, like, and it's real as well. Like, the guy I lost to, no, I can't take anything away from him. Absolute warrior. Me and him had a fucking ding dong, bro. Bell to bell, slugfest. Got nominated for Fight of the Year. The only fights that beat it were world title fights. So it goes to show the level of the scrap. It was amazing. As a combatant, it was a beautiful thing, and it was a pleasure to be able to do that with someone. As an individual, I was so pissed. I burned myself so much.
I get goosebumps like thinking about you going into the camp for the next fight, man. Like a Creed cut scene.
So the next fight, I'll be real, bro.
The J. Cole banger.
Yeah.
Do you know the
Who what with me?
It weren't even like that, bro. It
Was it not?
No, bro.
What was it like when you came back into camp after the loss?
I weren't ready, bro. Do you know, this is where people don't appreciate what a coach does for a fighter. You see, me and my coach are like this, bro. So we're very in tune. He, like, you know, when I lost, yeah, that man came to my house every other day to check on me. I live half an hour away from him, bro. He's a busy man. He would drop everything to make sure that I'm okay. So over time, took me to. I was in a bad place.
Oh, you. Yeah, you. I know you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking, why am I not subscribed to the Gooms Podcast? Just do it then, because it helps the boys out more than you actually know. Peace.
Yeah, I was. That's something that's mad, because that's not something I would have normally admitted. You know what I'm saying? But I think over this little period, I've had to. Little growth period, and it wasn't because I lost the fight. Just life just was lifing at the time, and so I guess I was in a bad place. Then I got an opportunity to fight on a small show locally, small hall show. So we call it a small hall when it's not televised. It's not a big promotional show. So we have like smaller promoters who don't have the network backing or whatever. So that's what you call a small hall show. But they're fucking great. Like, it was a local show in Leicester. Probably the best opportunity for me to get back out there. Came around and I was like, and the show come about and my coach was like, "You wanna box on it?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." Went home that day thinking, fucking, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to even get back in the ring yet, if I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why?
I don't know, bro. If I'm honest, like, I had a lot of demons to battle. A lot of demons. I remember going to Audi with my sister a couple of days later and saying to her, like, "Yo, man, why is everyone looking at me?" She's like, "Shut up, man. No one's looking at you." But that's what I felt like. I felt like, you're embarrassing, bro. That's how it felt. And it feels like the world's on your ass. No one cares. Obviously, I know you don't go swimming without getting wet type of shit. But it's never what you want, innit? But it's just a nice little reminder that, bro, everyone's human and anyone can get it. So, and that day weren't my day. You know how I was saying about Haringey when that was my tournament? I was just on job. Or it weren't my day that day. And it's also, that's just something that you got to be humble enough to just wear and
So do you fight in a small hall?
Yeah, so then I probably spent I found out in January, probably spent, let's say the camp was 8 weeks. From when I found out to actual fight date was 8 weeks. I probably spent 5 weeks thinking, this is the wrong, I'm not ready for this. This is the wrong choice. The last 3 weeks, it's like someone switched the lights on. I was like, yo, let's fucking have it, lad. I'm gonna show you exactly. This is my opportunity.
That's when the Creed cutscene started.
That's when it starts. So my coach was like to me. He actually said to me, the day after, we was in the hotel. He said to me, "This is your chance to show everyone exactly what you are, and exactly what you're on." And it never really, like, obviously at the time I was just down in the dumps, bro. I didn't want it. I weren't hearing nothing. I was just in my own head, probably every day for weeks. And then at that point, probably 3 weeks out from my last fight, I thought, yeah, man, this is my opportunity. This is where greatness is. Like, these are the parts of the Rocky and the Creed stories where it's like, all the sad music's going on and everyone's flipping. It's not going the way that it's meant to go. But how you then turn it around, that's what's on you. So that's my chance and that's my opportunity to show exactly what I am exactly what I say I am. So not even to use, to me. You know what I'm saying? As a person.
That's what confidence is, bro.
100%.
I've said the quote on the pod loads of times, the Hormozy quote. It's confidence doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror. Confidence comes from an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are.
That, bro, that's a great quote. Bro, I've literally had brain fog about 7 times today.
I think you've been great.
Yeah.
No, earlier I forgot what a jigsaw was. What? I said the word jigsaw and I thought, nah, that's not right. What's that? It was mad. It was random, yeah.
I had goosebumps, by the way, listening to you like talk about your comeback and shit. I fucking love that, bro.
Yeah, man. It's a
you win.
Yeah.
You never told us. You never told us.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah, I won.
Smash him up.
It was, do you know what? It was a very boring performance. Like, as a viewer, for me, I was like, I just had one instruction. No, I had one role, and that was to follow instruction. I didn't give a fuck about no one else. I didn't hear no one. I didn't see no one in that venue. I didn't hear no one in that venue apart from my coach. And it was the most surreal moment, like surreal evening, I'd say, because even going into the venue, warming up and that, it was like
Just tunnel.
I just couldn't hear or see nothing, and I didn't care about nothing either. I got to, like, there was a point, it was like round 5. I was thinking, should I? Because as boxers, as professional boxers, you're also an entertainer, so you got to give that factor as well. It was like round 5, and I thought, should I be doing a little bit more? Like, should I make a little shot? I was boxing a journeyman, but this is what people don't realize, that a lot. Well, like I was saying about the guy who was a good boxer but couldn't make no dough out of boxing, turned to a journeyman. So a lot of these journeymen, bro, are serious. If they wake up, bro, and pissed off, you're having it. You got a serious fight on your hands. You know what I'm saying? So the guy that I boxed, he was an Olympian. He won the Commonwealth Games. Yes, he's a journeyman. I made it very easy. He beat an undefeated guy before me and after me. But then obviously what you do with these guys is, like, you should make it easy, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like, you can't be gassed off it. But all I did, that was a fight for me, no one else. I didn't care about the opponent, I didn't care about the crowd. It could have just been me and him in the car park, and I would have done the same thing. I would have got the same feeling back. I just needed to stick to instruction. And so yeah, and I did. Obviously cruised a very easy win, got back to winning ways, and onwards and upwards from here. So
Let's go.
What's next?
I box on June the 14th.
Where at?
In Leicester.
Okay.
Leicester Riders Ground. So I box then.
Fuck it, should we go?
I was literally just thinking, I kind of want to.
Shout me if you're free that day.
What date is
We'll
it?
make it free.
June the 14th. It's
Saturday,
it's a Friday.
Okay.
Friday night. So if
Is it going to be televised and stuff, or is it again going to be?
No, it'll be streamed. There'll be a streaming thing link. But yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're local, bro, if you man ain't doing
Leicester's
anything,
not
come
far
through,
anyway,
man.
is it?
Hour.
Yeah.
Do you fight main event when you fight?
Not all the time. Like my last
Sometimes.
fight wasn't.
Mhm.
And the fight before that wasn't actually. It's one of them as well for me, like, because people get caught up on where they fight on the card, and bro, I don't care.
You just going in to do a job at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's me, you, and the ref in the ring. So that could mean that could be in the gym with no one there. Could be in a stadium full of 1 million people. It don't matter, bro, because if you snuff me or I snuff you, one of us is going to sleep. And that's what it is. You just gotta keep shit simple sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
What's going through your head when you're like doing that ring walk? I feel like I kind of know anyway, off of conversations we have had off cam. But like that music comes on, the Sneakbo remix is dropped.
it's game time.
Hoods up.
It's game time, bro.
What's going through your head, bro?
Let's go. I'm getting in this ring, yeah, and you want to beat me, and I can't get out. So the only way I'm going is that way, innit?
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, bro. I want to do a fucking ring walk, man.
I
I feel like through my head it would just be like, I'm him. Do you know what I mean?
No, you have to really believe.
you have to embrace that,
really believe I am him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Ultimate
And-
light skill.
That's what's good. It's replaying in
But
his
I'm
head.
clocking all the cameras. I'm thinking, yeah, but do I look good that side? Yeah, I look good that side. No, but if I'm honest, I feel like it's a new. I really feel like it's a CJ 2.0.
Sick.
I think that's what the Sneakbo tune was about to me, because I felt a little bit out of touch, and that brought me back to a time in my life where I thought, no, that's what you was on then. So let's build that. Let's work on that. You know what I'm saying? Build that back in. Not necessarily that I lost myself, but I just wasn't what I know I am. You get me? So I just wanted to I needed to just align my shit properly, and then let's get
Well, bro, again, back to the quote I said earlier was by Alex Hormozy, and something else that he says. Is it like, if you wanted to make someone great, what would you put them through? You wouldn't put them through easy things.
Shit.
You put them through a bunch of hard situations that they have to overcome. It's part of the journey, bro.
Do you know? It absolutely is, and I think I took that approach in life, period. I think so. I've carried a little bit off topic, but I've carried 5 or 6 coffins in my life, yeah.
Sorry to hear that,
bro. But it's a blessing. It's a beautiful, not blessing. It's a beautiful thing. Because the first one I carried, the reason why I say this is because the first one I carried, I was like, I don't want to do this. Feel weird, this, that, the other. Second one, didn't feel as much of that. Third one, it's an honor. Fourth, it's an honor. Fifth, now I'm saying I will take your coffin because I'll do that for you. It's like perspective and how you take things in your stride. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do with what you've been given.
What's your relationship like with death?
Damn.
It is what it is. That's it, man. When I believe,
You quite like spiritual and stuff like that.
yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Talk to me. I'm mad interested in like spirituality
Okay.
and stuff. So
I actually had this conversation the other day. So I've had a lot of deep conversations recently. And I feel like that's part of my process as well of getting back to man. You know what I'm saying? Because in general, I'm a very deep guy. I'm a very surface level guy and fun laughs and jokes, but inside me, bro, I'm a very deep character. Felt a lot, seen a lot, type of shit, and that's what comes with it. So with my spirituality, it's kind of like what I was saying in my conversation the other day is that it's not necessarily, I couldn't necessarily tell you what moon that is, what star that is, this, that, the other. But there's certain shit I just know, and I don't know why I know it, but I feel it. Do you get what I'm saying? If you was to talk to me on a spiritual level, say for example, I understand what you're talking about. I might not be able to relate it back to you in the correct terms.
You'll know what you're saying.
But I know it's a feeling that I can't explain.
I feel like you've just answered what spirituality is to me, you know.
Yeah.
I've been struggled, like I find it super interesting, but I've always struggled to wrap my head around what it actually is whenever I ask people that are spiritual, what is it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what it is for me, that it's a feeling.
It is a feeling. Well, for me anyways, it is a feeling. I think, especially in this day and age, bro, where you can see all the quotes on Instagram, you can hear all the videos, and you can regurgitate, but do you feel? It's a different thing. I remember, I think I read the, how old are you in year 8? 12?
13.
Something like that. I read The Secret then, yeah? You know the book, The Secret?
I've actually never heard of it.
Okay, so there's a secret. It's called The Secret. I'll send it you boys after. It's about the secret to life, essentially. Affirmations, law of attraction, this, that, the other. I read it when I was 8. Anyway, it's quite a deep thing for me to read at 8 years old. But it kind of, I didn't really understand it, if I'm honest. Bits of it. But then it's like, what I took from the book at that point was that it's an inside thing, like what you were saying earlier. It's an inside. It's a feeling. It's not necessarily a what you speak and what is done outside. It's what happens in here. So I can tell you, I think I'm gonna be a world champion. I don't think there's gonna be a one boxer that you're gonna ask if they think they could become a world champion. I don't think there's one boxer that would say no. But no, to be fair, there will be. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying there. So
100%. I hear you.
But when I say it, bro,
you feel it.
I feel that shit is in me.
I can relate, bro. I said this before, and I'll say it again. This is the 67th week now on a trot that we have sat down and we've spoken on a podcast and openly spoken about with our guests, whether it be off camera, on camera, about the things that we will achieve, the people that are depending on us, what we say to them, how we kind of, and we don't know that. We can't see the future, but it's that feeling that when you say like, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do this and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do it again and again and again and again and again, because I'm going to keep feeling that feeling. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not there and it's like, I feel, but people feel it. They can see it. They can. I think. Do you know what I mean?
I think if you feel something, I'll feel that you can feel it.
You said I said, what is it? I want to be a world champion. For me, yeah. See that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm like? Yeah. But if you were like, it'd be nice if I, maybe
if it was a smile that sold it, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even like, what's that ring walk like? Motherfucker.
Ultimate light skin.
Damn.
No, it's real, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's real and it's raw. Obviously everyone's different, but there are things you can't hide, innit? Like,
we talked to you about your influencing, bro.
Go on.
What's it like being a boxer and influencing? Like, you make a full-time income from boxing. We had that conversation in the car.
Yeah.
But why do you do the influencing stuff?
Do you know what? If I'm honest, it wasn't me that I kind of fell into it. My girl at the time that's what she was doing, and it kind of, she really and truly, she put me onto that. Came across it, and just like, I feel like anything, it similar to the boxing, I took to it easy, and also I feel like it just fits
Ultimate
in.
light skin.
Ultimate light skin.
I feel like it fits. It falls into my lifestyle.
You just took it in your stride, didn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And I think it's very similar because it's against the norm. It's not
for a boxer.
It's not a normal thing for a boxer to do.
I was literally just going to ask you, do you think it has detriment towards your image?
No, I don't care, bro. Because what could a man say to me? Because when I punch you in your mouth, then what?
No, I don't mean to like a normal person. I mean, like, obviously, to me, if it was me and like you in your shoes, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
But in terms of like to other boxers and the whole boxing world, because it's so out of the norm.
No, no.
Is it though now?
We're in a different world, man. And also, genuinely, I don't care. See, like, for me, if I'm doing something, I mean it, bro, and I'll stand on it. So I would flipping, it's not really my style, but if I was to go and do a photo shoot in tighty whities, bro, I'd own that and say, what? Do you know what I'm saying? I'll punch up in my tighty whities. so no, but on the real, like, it don't really, them kind of thoughts don't really enter my head, really, if I'm honest, because I take this hat off, I put that hat on, and do that, make sure I get the job done. So,
have you thought about like other businesses or like anything else that you'd want to set up for, I don't know, preparation for when you do retire?
Yeah, but also on the flip side of things,
CJ Sups or no?
No, I've got a couple things. I've got a couple things in the pipeline, and I've got a lot of ideas. But it's a case of when the timing's right. For me, I understand that this time is crucial.
Your focus is on the box.
So I'm gonna do this, and everything else can. If it can work with it, then so be it. But if it takes me away from it, then I only have an allotted amount of time for disrespect what I'm doing right now, and it will probably be the same after boxing, and it'll probably be the same. Like, say if it's whether it's with people, relationships, like, it's like having a good time friend. You know what they're there for that reason, and then that's it. But then you go to another friend for a next reason. That's the same way I see my career, my choices, because that's for that, and that's for that. Cool, I understand, and it will be what will be.
What are some of the ideas, or do you not want to talk about them?
No,
some of them ones.
No, some of them, like, some I would love to, things like, say my business ideas, I'll probably keep to myself. or off the pod. But see, like, I'd love to be a speaker. I'd love to not necessarily schools, but I'd love to help people. I'd help to develop
Like the next gen.
Not even into boxing, just life. I've seen a lot of kids, bro. I've been that kid where your life could have gone very left. So for me, that is, I have a passion for that. So I think what I've learned through boxing as well is following passion is a very powerful thing, and I think greatness can come from whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of live by a quote that I semi gave to myself to turn this pain into passion. So anything that I've ever been through or any hardship I've ever felt in life, I'm gonna do some good shit with that.
That's dope.
And I kind of want to pass that on to anyone that's trying to hear it. If I can change one life, bro, I'm up. You know what I'm saying?
It's a proper like buzz when you know that you've impacted someone's life positively, whether you've motivated them, made them feel better about themselves,
Absolutely.
or something like that. It's a banging feeling.
Do you know, I get messages every now and again about that I've inspired someone or I've made someone do something, like almost like third party. Like I've not actually had direct contact with this person, but through seeing whatever I'm on, they thought I'm gonna get up and get it as well. Bro, that is a passionate thing to me. I get the biggest buzz out of that. Like, people think that I'm talking shit when I say that inspires me. I think, yo, what, you think you've seen something? Let me go even harder, bro. I'm gonna show you what work is. And that makes me think, if you're doing it, I'm gonna do it as well. I'm gonna go harder. If you're going hard, I'm going hard. I went to this event, and it was with L'Oreal, and it was like a boxing event. Well, we had a boxing session, and you know Ovi, who was on Love Island.
Yeah.
So
Message.
yeah, yo, my man, serious guy, bro. He was doing, so we was on the same side training, and we was doing like split lunges. And he was going rapid, bro. This guy's legs are mad strong, and he was going rapid. And I thought, yo, I gotta keep up with you, bro. So I thought, then obviously you got in my head like, yo, fuck that. That's gassed me up. I'm doing more than you. And then the more I'm going, the more he's going. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that. Like, I get a kick out of you doing good. You get me? Like that
Just
pushes
also
me
having
on.
like people around you that will inspire you.
Oh yeah, bro. It's so important. I think, like, you know, like being able to find inspiration is a serious thing. Like, I'm lucky because I find inspiration quite easy. I find inspiration in very simple things. Say like my nan, she's lived in America for 40 odd years. She came over here, her partner passed away. She moved back to England. Bro, to see this nearly 80-year-old woman come here, leave a life that you've had for longer than I've even been alive, set up again and crack on like it's normal. Oh, bro, that gassed me up to the maximum. I thought anything's possible. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just little things like that, and like inspiration is where you want to find it. It's where if you can see it, it's there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's a my coach calls it collective consciousness. So if you're working hard and you're feeling the vibes, I'm probably gonna as well. So
I like that.
And then collective consciousness.
Can imagine that's a bad boy vibe to have in the gym as well.
Oh, it's a crazy vibe, bro. You know, when we're in the gym, like, and it gets to say like it'll happen with this fight. So there's 5 pros in the gym, I think, and we're all boxing on the same show, and everyone peaks at the same time. Oh, it's mad. The buzz is mad, like. And then when you go sparring, and if everyone sparred good that day, it's like, yo, get me in the ring. Everyone just wants to go, and it's an amazing feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? and it's definitely conducive to the lifestyle for sure. But like being around like-minded people and even things like this, yeah, conversations with you boys, I think it's very important as people, you know, like to have these grounding conversations and these like-minded conversations that are gonna push you somewhere in some way, shape, or form, whether it is today or in a month's time or in a year's time.
Or in 10.
Exactly. If I think of something that you boys have said today, I think, fucking hell, in 10 years, that it makes everything like worth it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, so it's a good
Collective consciousness.
Collective consciousness.
Like that.
It's a
I
serious
think we got
thing.
that going on in the office.
Facts. Facts, bro. It's that energy, man. It's that
It is.
And I'll be real, bro. Like, without sounding like big-headed, I feel like we have transformed our friendship group mentally to how they can see things for themselves.
That's all it
through
takes.
actions.
That's
through
all
the
it
collective
takes.
consciousness.
If you
Pioneers.
Yeah, bro. Dead ass
No,
though.
but it's real. It's real though, because it does take. Someone has to take that leap, and if you've done it, and say your friends can see the rewards, oh well, I'm gonna get on that then. Look, like it gasses people up. You know what I'm saying? It's an important thing, man. And then in turn of someone taking a leap, now we can all do it together, and now we can all enjoy it. Now we can all live a good life together. All a like-minded life together. You know what I'm saying?
That's the powerful part for me. The bringing the people together to then do that together.
Yeah, for sure. It's an important thing, man. And I feel like, well, the saying that the strength in numbers is dead true, because it's hard. There's a one-man band is a hard thing. It's a hard life to live. You know what I'm saying? But say you got 10 man that are as strong as that one man band, bro. It's a numbers game, innit? The numbers don't lie, bro. It's obvious it's gonna be a powerful thing. You're gonna go up with it. You know what I'm saying? I think for you, like, especially like coming from like with you boys having a team and working with other people, that's a skill to have everyone on the same level and to have everyone in the same mindset. That's a serious thing. So big up you boys, man.
Yeah, listen, it's still a work in progress, man.
Yeah.
But there's always room for improvement.
Facts.
And you'll never get to perfect. What is perfect?
I don't think that we're I think you're quite similar as well. Like, I don't think we're wired to be happy. Like with that sounds so depressing.
It's morbid, bro.
But we're not wired to be satisfied. Is probably
I think that's a better word.
Way to put it.
Yeah. No, it's no. I hear you though, because it's like,
What's next?
Yeah. I mean, that's something I've learned as well. That not even that I've achieved. No way. I've not even achieved 2% of what I want to, but to understand that balance is an important thing. Being happy, like, reflecting and appreciating what you've achieved is key.
Very.
But also knowing that, all right, cool, but I want to take it. Not because I can't help it, but because I want to.
I think without the gratitude part, you can't.
Doesn't work. It
Anyway.
doesn't work. I think that's why I feel like you see a lot of sad, depressed, successful men. But then what's your measure of success? Because I could have flipping 10 million in the bank. If I ain't happy, bro, I ain't successful as far as I'm concerned. So, but some people see it differently, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm the same. I hear that though, bro.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I think that's a nice place to round off the pod. I've thoroughly
Yes,
enjoyed
sir.
this episode, man. It's been a banger.
Good, man.
It's been a good episode.
No,
It's
I've
been
enjoyed
deep.
it.
It's been emotional. It's fired me up. It's made me giggle.
Yeah, man.
It's had the lot, man.
Yes, sir.
Ultimate light skin. It is that, bro. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming down, for taking the time. We
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me, man.
And hopefully we can run it back in some time, and we'll see where you've come, where we're at.
100%.
And
Should let me and Chris do the ring walk with you.
Yeah, calm.
June the 14th. Would
As
you
long-
actually?
As long as you're performing, bro.
I want to hold the belt.
Get the
that,
mics. I need you, man, performing Amigos tune, bro.
Mama!
Well, yeah. On that note, guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for listening to this podcast, wherever you are. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you get notified every time we release a podcast. And we'll see you all next week.
Catch you later, man. Thanks for listening.
Wow.
Peace!